The cafeteria closed, and chaos quietly exploded. Monday started like any other, except the cafeteria doors were locked, and a sign taped up in angry red letters read, "Closed until further notice due to food waste and disrespect." Now, for most schools, that might be annoying. For ours, a total disaster. We go to a remote high school in rural Alaska. One cafeteria, no vending machines, no restaurants, no walking off campus unless you wanted to get eaten by a bear or freeze to death. The cafeteria was our lifeline. So when Miss Blade, our very intense principal, got on the loudspeaker during first period and said the cafeteria would stay closed until the student who disrespected our hardworking lunch staff comes forward, we knew we were screwed. Most of us had heard something went down Friday. Rumors about a tray of food thrown on the floor, someone yelling at a staff member, maybe even a stink bomb, but no one really knew anything. Now we were all being punished, and I mean everyone. The football team looked like zombies by second period. They practice at 6 a.m. and usually inhale their weight in hash browns by 8:30. Now they were stuck running on fumes. Swimmers were slumped over their desks, still smelling like chlorine and misery. Some kids tried to sneak in snacks. That got shut down fast. Miss Blade had already emailed teachers strict orders. Confiscate all food. Students must learn consequences, like we were prisoners of war or something. Even the student council kids, the type who usually live to tattle, went to Blade's office to beg for mercy. She just sat there, all serene in her evil villain chair, repeating, "This is a lesson in collective responsibility." Someone mentioned students with health conditions. She actually smiled and called it character building adversity, like hunger was some motivational speaker. By Tuesday, things got scary. Jason, my friend with diabetes, had to go to the nurse 3 times. He looked pale and shaky, and the nurse kept muttering under her breath, but no one defied Blade publicly. Not yet. Then Wednesday happened. Third period chemistry. A girl straight up collapsed, just dropped mid-sentence. Our teacher caught her before she hit the floor and lost it, like full dad mode fury. Called for help, slammed his chair into the wall when the EMTs left. That was the final straw. By lunchtime, the phones were ringing off the hook. Parents, lots of them. Blade responded with her usual ice-cold email. "We are preparing students for the real world. The cafeteria will remain closed." And that's when Sophie stepped up. Now, Sophie's not someone you'd expect to lead a rebellion. She's quiet, wears cardigans, but her dad's a lawyer and her grandma used to be on the school board, which turned out to be the perfect combo. At the end of the day, she pulled about 15 of us behind the gym and said, "If they want to play stupid games, we'll let them win stupid prizes." Her plan? Brilliant, simple, legal. We'd all text our parents and ask them to bring us lunch on Thursday. Not just drop it off, come inside, sit with us, stay the whole period. Nothing in the handbook said they couldn't. Parent visitation during lunch was technically allowed. It just never happened. But we were going to flood that place. Thursday came, and it was glorious. By 11:30 a.m., the front office was swamped with parents carrying casseroles, pizza boxes, thermoses of homemade soup. One mom brought a crock pot. Another brought folding chairs and sat like she was tailgating. Teachers didn't know what to do. Blade tried to look calm, but you could feel the stress radiating off her like heat. Parents weren't just sitting. They were asking questions. Why are the kids starving? Why can't my daughter have her granola bar? Where's the school board on this? Blade tried to hold a little impromptu press conference in the library. Total backfire. One dad filmed the whole thing. Another parent brought up the legal liability of denying food to medically fragile students. You could see her crack. By Friday morning, the sign on the cafeteria was gone. The lunch ladies were back, and so were the trays of lukewarm spaghetti. Jason nearly cried over his meatballs. Blade never admitted defeat. She just sent out one last email. "Thank you for your cooperation during this important lesson in responsibility." We printed it out and hung it on the cafeteria bulletin board like a trophy. Click the full story to see what happened next.